Right, so doing another video today on the stairs. You might have seen a few episodes ago, we've done the stairs in this same plot from ground to first. I'll spin the camera around now and you have a look. Right, these are the stairs we fitted a few videos ago. As you can see, we had to batten the wall out. We put that 12mm OSB there so we can then slide the plasterboard behind. So now our first job is we're going to tack that wall like that, and then we're going to strip them temp joists out and get everything cleaned. We then got a stand that we'll put here, screw to the nail, screw through the floor and put a brace on it, and then we'll get a timber on the wall here so we can get some boards thrown across, and then that will give us access to get these nul posts etc. in, and I'll show you when we get to that sort of section. Right, so now you can see I have stripped out the temporary joist with the overboard over the top. I also put this sort of platform up so then we can put a timber along the wall in, put some 8x2 joists across and tack this wall. We've kept some of this flooring because we're going to use it later. Right, another thing I just want to point out is we know the risk of what we're doing here, right? We don't condone anyone to work how we're working. We've obviously got this here which is solid. We're going to put a timber along the wall, and then that will then allow us to get the height so we can work out from the nulls and work our way down, all right? Do not do it how we're doing it. If you can show me a better way, i.e. Oxford system, etc., how would we use an Oxford system on something like this to get here? Unless you had a scaffold that was built, and in the real world, that just doesn't happen, all right? So please don't come at me in the comments. Right, so now, as you can see here, we've got this platform set up. Like I said before, you know, this is how we're doing it. We're happy and safe that all of this is solid. This wall is tacked now, so we can put our stairs straight up to it. Over here you can see we've got the two long nulls here and here, these nulls, and then we've also loaded out all of the strings, all of the strings, the risers and the treads. So now the first thing is, on this big null post here, we're going to get that in, put a timber across the top, from one side of the joist to the other side of the joist, so that then that will hold it where we want it. So we're going to try and get it level, etc. And then this null comes long, so then what we're going to do is work out the finished floor level, because like here we have to set up about 28mm. Yeah, we'll do that, measure down, cut it, and then start building the staircase. I'll set up a time lapse of us, you know, actually getting it up and fixing it in place and cutting it down, etc., so you can see in more detail what we're sort of doing. But yeah, set up a time lapse in a minute. Right, so here you can see I've got the smallest string in on this big structural null with the other null post. We're going to put a bit of ply, just bracing these two together, keeping them parallel so they don't come apart, and they stay both. If one's level, they're both level. As you can see up here, I've got this bit of 3x2 in, which is plumbed up from here up to one side. So then when this big structural null goes in, we have somewhere to fix through the back of that to hold it level and plumb. I've also found the finished floor level around there and set the laser up, so then we can set the we'll put this null in, set the laser to hit the line for the finished floor, measure from the tread down, and then cut that off of the bottom here. And then, yeah, so I'll set up a time lapse again and you'll see us actually putting this up and measuring it and etc. Right, so I thought I'd just stop the time lapse now to show you what we've done, and so you can see a bit better. See, I've got the laser set up here. our finished floor level mark is just underneath the laser, right? So that's 28mm off of the existing floor that's already there up, because we've got 6mm MDF and then like this Caberdeck stuff with grooves for the underfloor heating like we had on the ground floor. So I thought I'd just show you now how we're notching this out. So we've now cut this down, as you see in the time lapse before this, we cut it down. So now you can see our laser is just to the top of that. So we're bang on finished floor level now. So I've then come down the 22mm flooring and the 6mm MDF, then the 22mm Caberdeck. So this essentially is top of that joist there, because that's where we're going to notch this out. Because on this side here, we have to, excuse this fucking roughness, but this all gets, you never see this. But we're going to come a 9x2 down here, notch this way, and here, probably, and leave about 30mm left. Alright, so we leave a third in, and that will all get notched out. It will tie into this, tie into here, and then you'll have a hanger, and it will run over here. The other null comes off of there and comes up, and you've got essentially a double trimmer coming here, picking the weight of this up. And this goes over here to create a landing here. So I'm going to mark this out and notch this out, notch this out. We've got another null that comes up here that notches over the double 9x2s, and that goes that way, and then we can create the landing. So I'll show you us getting that in now. I'll just set this up on a time lapse now, because I think everybody's watched someone notch stuff out before. Right, I thought I'd stop the time lapse again just to show you, but you can see how we've notched that out, and then you've got that bit of 9 there which will then run across and sit in that, and then you have another 2 thrown back that way and another one on the front. I've then notched that null post there to go over, because it sits on there up and sandwiches it all in. Alf's just making up the other one that sits on that null post there. Oh, sorry about the shaky camera. And that will go up, and then we'll get these top tread and risers in, 1 and 2, and then we'll do this joist section to keep it all in, because they're a bit awkward to try and get in. But I'll set up the time lapse so you can see us getting that up and getting it all in and fitted and doing this joist section. Right, so now you can see we've got this in. This is going to be a double, which is notched in here, as you can see. You might not be able to see. You can see it's all notched in there nice, and we've got the 6mm and 22mm, makes it 28 for the finished floor level. We've got hangers on here. This has all been notched out, all nice and tight. If you pass me the camera, I'll show you. As you can see here, everything's all nice and tight, notched in here, as you can see. Obviously this has been thrown back on the hanger. You can see everything around here. It's all nice and tight in there, because that is, you know, fairly structural. And then, like I say, we've got the other null to go on here. Well, we've got this 8x2, 9x2 to go on first, then this other null will go on and close that up. We'll put that in, Caberdeck the top, run that underneath, just put some packers in there for now, and then yeah, we're going to get that string in with the null, then that string in, then there's a bottom section that's sort of made up which will then go into it. So yeah, going to go to T now though. Right, I just thought I'd stop the time lapse there just to show you where we've got to now. Got this new on, got all this joist section completed, hangers on. We're not going to put the cable deck down yet because we're just waiting for D4 glue that's coming soon. We got this string in here with this null, and we put this tread in, and then now we've got this string that comes down here with a 25mm gap on the wall there to allow for dot and dab all the way down to the first set of stairs we put in. You can see us holding a level on there now, and we're bang on, John. We're continuously checking the nulls as we go because it's a lot easier to level them up now, and we're putting the risers and stuff in to hold them level, prop them level. But everything should be level, you know, because you want to make it as good as possible for the second fixers behind you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to infill the risers as we go, and then tread as we come behind, get the glue blocks on as we come down, because then we have to take these scaffold, this basically makeshift scaffold we've put up out of the way to get this bottom section in. And then here we've got to build the joist out, so we've got to punch a hole in the block work, put a double joist on hangers down there with a few noggins, cable deck that, because this stairwell opening was left a lot bigger to allow for whatever happens when they come to put the stairs in. So yeah, we're going to set you up on a time lapse now, and you see us infilling probably round to here before we can get this other section in. So yeah. Right, so this is to the stage we've got to now. That is like a step basically. So we've got all of these in glue blocks and wedged, and then we've got the full kite on the corner, as you can see in there. I'll go over. We've got that in and pulled back enough so that we can get once this other section comes up in, we're about 2mm back. We want to be 2mm back to get that other tenon in there, like the join. Like I said, we've got to joist out a little bit for back here. We've got a measurement, but yeah, that's it really. We just got to get that joist in and then push the other section in, where you can see this housing is here, and there that comes pre-made fairly, and then we've just got, I think, 2 treads. Yeah, because we've got 1 tread left to do, and then that's pretty much it. So this is the hardest part, getting all of this in, doing all the like joist work, so to speak, at the top, because it's a bit fiddly and you're standing on boards trying to reach up. But yeah, so we'll set up a time lapse of getting this joist section in. We've got a punch hole in the block work, and then yeah, set a time lapse up, and you can see how we're doing that. Right, so now you can see we've got this bottom section in here, which is all in. We've wedged it up, got it level, got the null level. I'll show you. Hopefully it's still level. Yeah, you can see we're level there. We're sort of governed this way, but we are pretty good. Obviously we've got these level here. They're good. They're level back the other way. Obviously we've kept this null here level. obviously on the video you could see that we put this in before we put this big section in. That's so that we could get this in, otherwise this is a nightmare. I mean nightmare to get in if you don't put it in first before you put this in. If you've done a set like this, you'll know we done it on the first set and we was there like, what have we done wrong here? But yeah, Alf's just got this other tread in. We've got 3 risers to go in, and then we'll get some 4x1 up the wall here. As you can see, we've wedged that over to allow for dot and dab. Same as below. And then we've got to quickly jump up here and cable deck this. And that's basically, and put some handrails around and handrail this off so the sparkies and that don't die. But yeah, that's it. So I set it up in a time lapse of us infilling the treads and the risers and getting the glue blocks and that on. And I might even show you the handrail, and then we'll come back when we've completely finished the set. And yeah, go from there. Right, so this is this set of stairs complete now. As you can see, we've done the final touches, got the Corex on, we've built the handrail, etc. You might have seen in the video, in the time lapse, sorry, I was underneath getting the 4x1 in to leave a 25mm gap between the blockwork and the string for dot and dab. And then we fixed through that with 120x6s. We've probably got about 7 or 8 fixings up there, and then we fixed pairs into the studs into that wall. So that's all nice and solid. People might say about this here, I don't know if you want to have a look on the camera, this sitting over like 20mm. We don't know why that is like that, to be honest with you, because all the stairs are the same. They've been designed the same. Obviously, the wall is straight up there, and these this one's moved back, obviously, to allow for the null here. But this gets cut off at about this height anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Obviously, the set of stairs, now you can see it, been built. It goes up, turns and turns again. It comes in 3 parts. This comes pretty much made up. Obviously the top is just completely in bits, and then all you have there is the string that governs you down the wall. I showed you obviously how we got all of this in, notching all of this out. This is a bit of a big notch, we know, because we thought it was hitting, but it wasn't hitting. There was something behind here, but you know, we're man enough to show you not everyone's cutting everything bang tight all the time. All of this is nice and tight. Another thing I might do is just cut with a multi-tool, maybe 2 or 3mm down, because I'm not sure, people give me your suggestions in the comments, is if these hangers would squeak. Because obviously timber to timber and then with metal in between, who knows. There's D4 glue and that all on the floor and etc, and it's dripped down the back here a bit, but what would you do basically? Yeah, so that's the stairs. I hope you found the video, I hope you enjoyed the video, to be honest. It's taken a while to do all the video end of stuff. It takes a bit of time, stop starting. But yeah, I hope you maybe could take something from it. You've learned a bit, at least you could see the sequence of how things are done. Because I remember, when I first started doing stairs, I couldn't even wrap my head around how you would even get something like this in. I was really overcomplicated stairs in my own head, to be honest. But if you know the sequence of things with anything, if you've got a massive hand cut roof with loads of hips, valley rafters, everything, break everything down into sections. So break it into sections and you should be near enough there, to be honest. But yeah, stay tuned for some more videos because we're going to probably do another garage, but it's just a gabled garage. But it's got a flat roof on top, so we might film a bit of that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. That's me waffling on for probably 3 minutes. But yeah, give us a like and a subscribe and comment down below anything you'd like to see next. So yeah.